Okay. Hey guys, how you doing? Looks like looks like we're staring at the back of my room. Hang tight 1 second. All right, there we go. Woo. Man. All right, guys, how you doing, buddy? Patriot, nice to see you, bro. How you doing? Gale Force, Mayor, how you doing, brother? Thanks for joining us tonight. Just gonna let a few more people come into the room, and then we'll get this going.
Patriot says, "Never watch Young Bloodfish."
Yeah, that's not a question for me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Back's been a little bit sore, but the world will go on with or without me. Hey Kim, how you doing? So for those of you who are interested, this is what the 1,000 subscriber mug look like. I've got a few different ones here. All right, Mark, thanks for joining me, brother. I appreciate it. It's good to see you. Been missing out on you. Mike, how you doing, brother? And here's the third one for the third person who will be getting the mug. And they'll be getting sent out right away. Everyone's information's in now, and we're good to go.
Giacomo, James.
Hey, James. Giacomo, how you doing?
Oh, his Gale Force is back. It's pretty bad, too.
Yeah, I know. It goes on forever, especially when you're moving. Holy, you break stuff you didn't even know you had to break on your own body. Never mind what you're carrying. All right. Okay, so after the sort of the events, I guess, of what's been happening lately with this absolutely crazy iWheels scenario. Hey, Slot Sliders, how you doing? Thanks for joining us today. Steffi, thanks for joining us. Slot Sliders, we're going to talk a little bit today about AFX and AutoWorld. With the iWheels commotion that's been going on lately, I thought it was time that maybe, I guess through the subscribers and through the crowd, we figure out sort of where everybody, or at least where these industries stand on our current HO situation. It's not really a situation per se, but ridiculousness has been maybe a good word for it. So I just wanted to go over a few points. I've realized right away there are some major differences between we're going to talk today only about AFX, and that's AFX Race Masters and AutoWorld. That's all we're going to talk about today. We're not necessarily going to put them against each other. We're just going to talk about them in these specific categories that I have listed. Patriot Hobbies, thanks a lot, my brother. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, stuff like that's going to help me get a little bit more ahead and get some better content and some better stuff out there. I got some really cool stuff, and man, does it burn holes in pockets real fast. Yeah, you see, Mike, just like I was saying, like the iWheels, they put these fantastic paint jobs and decals on these cars, and then they go and make them white and cause a big kerfuffle over them. It makes absolutely no sense because the person who sells them, who receives them from AutoWorld, has already paid the regular slot car price for them. All right, so I just want to start with that. That's sort of my 2 cents on the situation. However, a dealer decides to blow out his inventory, that's completely his on him, and how he forms the opinion of said business is 100% up to that person as well. Okay? I just wanted to put that out there. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about today, and this is by no means in order of importance, I've just written down a few key words here, and I really think Robert, thank you very much for joining us today, brother. I was hoping that you were going to be here to hear up on some of this. All right, so we're going to start with customer service. All right, so what I found with customer service is this is the deal. This is pretty much a solid line. For AFX, if you have a problem with your AFX product, regardless of where you bought it, it just needs to be a current AFX Racemasters product. Our good friend Seth at AFX will take care of you. No questions. He just wants a few pictures. He wants to know that he's not giving away stuff to crazy people. Hey, all good. All right? So that's my experience with AFX. Now I'll tell you my quick experience with AutoWorld is, well, AutoWorld does not take responsibility for their stuff unless you buy the AutoWorld slot car from the AutoWorld store, whether it be physical or online. They are not going to take that car back. They do not stand behind their product like AFX does. That's my experience. Not to mention, I've tried to call them 8 times today. They're busy. They're very busy people. Not one time did the phone get answered, and it was busy every single time.
Busy signal, yeah.
So it's a busy signal. All right. So that's my experience with those two. Does anybody else have an experience? Let's just start with AFX. Does anybody have an experience with AFX? Yeah, Mike. Actually, that is another thing. AFX would have pulled those cars, the Super 3s, because they're absolutely disgusting. What AutoWorld did to us as buyers of those absolutely garbage cars is they sucked it up and they made us buy all of them and didn't recall any of them. But yet the gears didn't mesh, and AutoWorld did not recall one of them. In fact, they are still selling them, and unless you had bought it from them within the month, they're not taking it back. True story. Yeah, absolutely, Mayor. Seth at AFX. Wow. Man, this guy's got his thumb on this market for sure. Yeah, definitely. In fact, if you end up ever talking to Seth at AFX, you make sure you let him know that SVR, Slot Valley Racing, said hi. Because of this picture in the background here and this car they sent me, I'm a regular in the office, in their office in Las Vegas.
Curtis.
So, Curtis, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. All right, glad you made it out. So, okay. So that'll cover the AFX side of things. Has anybody had to deal with? Yeah, absolutely, slot sliders for sure. You see, AFX has always been good to me. I've had right now I'm about to have this orange Camaro replaced because of a molding problem. When I reviewed the car, it had a little molding nipple that wasn't clipped off, and I managed to hide it in my reviews, but I sent some pictures to Seth, and he immediately squared it up. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So customer service. I haven't, like I said, I can't say anything about customer service about AutoWorld. Yeah. Once again, Robert, you see, this is another case where AutoWorld is got to be selling old product, because who in their right mind these days would sell a light bulb with a filament in it? You own a business, you put LEDs in everything, my friends. Everything. You do not use incandescent anything anymore. There's no need for it. It is a power wastage and unnecessary. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, Mike, they were so bad. If you guys remember, I actually had to buy two of my favorite car here because I know you can't really see it on this one, but the shell on the other one that I had bought, I melted straight through, and it actually melted the light bulb to the inside of the shell of the car. So I melted almost straight through the hood on a dyno test. Now, that's if, jeez, I don't know if Scott from Scott's House of HO Racing meant literally meant melt holes through the roof when he was saying melt some plastic and or light some sparks and melt some plastic. I don't think that's exactly what he meant. Um, but yeah, I had to replace that and not impressed with it. Okay, so all right, that's good to see. I was hoping that someone would have a positive issue with AutoWorld. Um, so Mark, we got through replaced. Okay, that's good then. Yeah. All right. Yeah, yeah, Curtis, absolutely. Yeah, Seth's the man, no question about it. Okay. Yeah, you see there, that's the only time I was able to talk to them at AutoWorld is the time I ordered the tribute cars before this set. There were only two of them, and I picked them both up. I got a really good deal. Yeah, it's a shame. It really does seem to be, and it should be very static. Like I don't know if you can actually call AFX in Las Vegas. I've always just emailed them, and Seth always gets back to me the next day. I don't know if that's normal or not, or whatever. But I've never been felt like I've been left behind. Yeah. Behind the camera is nobody today. My wife is looming very close. Let's just say she can smell me, and that's probably too close. Yeah, the dash chassis. I think that's the way to go. Okay, so let's talk about detail.
James Murray. Is he there?
James, how you doing, brother?
Hi, Steffi.
Oh, my wife says hi, Steffi. My wife is her name is Irene. Okay, so let's talk AFX detail.
Hi, Mark. Go.
AFX detail to AutoWorld's detail. Which side of the pile do you guys fall? Usually you're one or the other. You like the look of one or the other style. For myself, I really enjoy how AFX looks lately. The AFX Racemaster line in the last 2 years is absolutely out of sight. They're doing a great job. But once again, I do run what I feel is a very popular show on YouTube, and we all know as Top Fuel and Funny Car Friday. And the 4 gears are absolutely fantastic. So you see, detail and quality wise, I just don't get. To me, it seems like AutoWorld has 2 levels of quality, whereas AFX only has 1. Yeah, no charge, absolutely, Robert, for sure, and they should. Either that, or you can just, check it out on my YouTube. Want to make sure everybody has the same opportunity. Never mind this stuff about if you order something, we'll give you a catalog. Well, that's ridiculous. How are we supposed to buy stuff if you're not going to give us the catalog until we buy something?
Fry TV now.
Hey, Fry TV, how you doing, brother? Good seeing you again, man. Right on. Awesome.
Good James is gone.
Yeah, I have to keep her off screen and hose her down every few minutes there, James. Just in case she gets a little hot and out of control. All right, so let's take a quick poll. All right, Mike, AFX or AutoWorld for let's just go with quality. AFX or AutoWorld. Down the list, everybody. What do you prefer for quality? AFX or AutoWorld? For myself, it's definitely AFX Race Masters, no question. Donald, how you doing, brother? Roach, nice to see you. U of M, Ted, thank you for joining us. Aurora, yeah, absolutely, Ted. No question there. Aurora definitely stomps everybody. Man, I wish. Okay, so it looks like, obviously, for quality, it's AFX. But now, what is it that makes you say AFX right away? Like, when I asked the question, the first thing that popped in your head was, but why? Is it because of how they look, or is it because of how they run?
Mike, Martez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do run like crap, Steffi. And to tell you the honest truth, the pink candy car that I ran, I was only able to put it around the track once, and then I looped the video. To be honest with you guys, because I couldn't run the damn thing. It looks fantastic, but if you watch the video, I don't make one mention when I'm driving the car about the chassis because it's absolutely horrific. Man, they put all that money into those nice looking cars, but I don't understand why the chassis run like they do. It's such it bugs me to no end, I guess you could say. I really wish they would improve on it. It shouldn't be really that hard. Yeah, you see, they are hit and misses, Fry, because I've had some really good, just like my driver at Pro Tinker, Adam Action. His car like this drives like a snot bag. It's so, oh man, it's so fast and straight out of the box. Nothing special. The only thing that's special about this car is it's got nice labeled wheels. But this car for me is probably my best auto wheels car. It's a nice car, but it's just an extraction chassis. It's not anything overly spectacular. I really wish they would tighten up their tolerances, though. That would be great. Yeah, the Golf livery, I love that, eh? Oh, isn't that great? I just love that. I love it. I love the updated version they have for that too. The 2022 version of that. Whoo, man, that is one nice looking car. Yeah, you see, that's exactly, Steffi, that's exactly kind of the point I was making to my wife earlier today. As I was saying to her, like, if you want to buy a cartoon looking car and you want thousands of choices, most of them being absolute junk that really didn't need to be produced, then you would go to AutoWorld. AutoWorld to me has the cartoony look to it. If you're looking for the realism in racing, I think right now AFX is where that's at. For those of you who are Star Wars or Trekkie fans, it would be like if Star Wars was AutoWorld, right? For the cartoonishness that Star Wars universe is, as opposed to Star Trek, which is more of a humanoid type realistic world where you would find AFX. That's sort of how I always look at it. Yeah, I've also looking at I've picked up some spacers, Ted, and I think it's time that I do a few videos maybe on fixing a few of these simple to fix problems. Yeah, exactly, car. I'll tell you what right now, where I am at in this HO world is I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of seeing the 55 and the 57. I really don't care whether it's the Nomad or just the regular. I'm sick of it. It's been overplayed. Aurora played the best tune when it came to those two cars. And then AutoWorld got a hold of that shell, and they're blowing them out. I would swear to God, I don't even know if it's the truth, but those two car shells have got to be the most produced car shells in all of human history, including the history of us not even being on Earth. Gosh, I see them everywhere. I flick through eBay, and on the first 2 pages there was 855 Chevys there. 8 of them. What? Who the hell's buying all these 55? Who, first off, let's put it this way. Who really wants all of these 55s in 120,000 different configurations? Really?
The queen just.
Really? Amazing. So, wow. Absolutely. Yeah. I would like to see those personally. I'd like to see them retire the 55 and the 57 Chevy. They're played out. They're played out. Okay, that beautiful candy striper job could go on any other car. Any car. In fact, they put it on a Volkswagen Bug, and if you look it up on eBay, that one's $5,500. I've also caught one of our candy striper cars, the way it looks now, for $1,500, and these are all on eBay. Like, come on, this is retarded. This is ridiculous. Mike, and I think for myself, it's pretty much the same thing. And I'll tell you why I'm really not a T-Jet fan. To me, T-Jet seems like, I played slot cars in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. I didn't. I never touched a T-Jet in my life, to be honest with you, before I started this channel. I have little interest in the T-Jet, although I don't say no interest. I have little interest because I do know that many people out there like that, right? Many people like the T-Jet. Hey, I love doing the build. If you guys check the snowy winter day build, T-Jet build, absolutely had a great time with it. I built that chassis upside down too, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, it is too bad Tycho's gone, because Tycho's, that's just that hand. Here's Tycho's just sitting around. In fact, Tycho's I've just pulled off the dyno, because Tychos are where it's at for me. I always have Tychos close. Tycho to me is your absolute best hobbyist. It's your best hobbyist chassis. To me, it was absolutely a treat to learn how to work on it. In fact, Vito Man is who taught me the trick that I teach everybody else when they watch that video. It's all the secrets all in that little clip that I built and show everyone. That's it. That's about as difficult as it gets, is bending that little wire clip around so that the motor doesn't fly out and go everywhere. Holy mackerel. Dang. Yeah, more trucks, Fry, but the problem with the trucks is if you watched my winter extreme conditions trucking set, I warned people not to buy this set for their kids for Christmas because the trucks were all wrong. I couldn't even run the trucks during my review. I had to jimmy them. I had to move one trailer to the other, and then one truck didn't even get a run with the trailer because I just couldn't. The problem with AutoWorld is they moved the pinhole on the trailer and the truck too far back over the back wheel, the one that doesn't have the power on it. So regardless of whatever you do to the trailer, and I could think of 1,000 different things you could do to make the trailer run better, it's where that pinhole is that the trailer goes into is too far back. It needs to be inside the back wheel, so that when the trailer pushes down on it, it doesn't push up on the front of the truck. That's why you get the da 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 da, and that's why They're now static structures on my track. I've got like 8 rigs, and not one of them are being driven around my track because they are not worth the effort until AutoWorld gets their asses and acts together. But they are continuously expecting us to buy this stuff that's not upgraded. That's the problem, right? The stuff is not being upgraded. When Aurora ran these trucks, when you buy Aurora trucks and you run them on the track, you will not have a problem. You just won't. You had no problems, David. So, when you ran the trucks, did you have to do any work to the trucks themselves, or you just put them on the track and they were good to go? And which trucks did you have? Because that's important. If they're limited run trucks, then what'll happen is they'll get better. They'll get built a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit. But if they're going in sets and they're just being piled out, it's hard to say. Okay. Yeah, pickup trucks and tow trucks. They work great. Absolutely fantastic. I love that pickup truck, the dump truck. The secret to the dump truck is you wire it with a 9-volt battery and use it as a track cleaner. That way it'll work regardless if your track is getting dirty with power or not. It'll still push through because it uses the 9-volt, which you put in the back of the truck, which fits perfectly. And then you just wire it straight to the truck itself. So therefore you really don't even need the power from the track. You're literally using the 9-volt battery. Yeah, dashes work really good. They're going to be my next purchase. I'm really interested to see on how the dash brand works. And as usual, I'll do the old SVR rinse out, and we'll have a look and see what's pumping underneath the dash. Man, I was so impressed with Jag Hobby's the DR1 and the DR1 GT. Absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, out of my own stupidity, I realized that, yeah, it's also used for the extraction chassis. Oh, talk about blow your own mind away. Ho, ho, man. Yeah. Jags, yeah. Oh, the Queen. Thanks for joining us, the Queen. I suppose you're probably the better half of the mayor. Thanks for allowing thanks for allowing him to show up tonight. I appreciate it. Apparently, we're having a wives gathering tonight, so I want to thank all the ladies in the house. And yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad to see everybody in there. There's no reason why this is a guy's. I don't even get this. Why? You know. Let's just talk about it for a second, okay? The top female drag racer in the world for Top Fuel is Brittany Force. Not only does she have the number 1, but she's got all 10. She has all 10 speed records in Top Fuel. She's female. It doesn't make a difference, folks. It's all about reaction time. Male and female, it really doesn't matter. The faster you can stomp that pedal or the faster you can squeeze that trigger, faster you go. I don't care who you are. You can be a damn alien. That'd be so cool, though, by the way. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so parts. Okay. Let's talk. This is not going to be obviously. I'm not talking about parts that are coming from AutoWorld or AFX. I'm talking about hop-up parts for these cars. Okay. Now, more specifically, I'm talking about their ease, how easy they are to get. All right. So, do you guys? First off, let's just not everybody hops up their cars. Some people may be happy with what they have. Anybody out there hopping up their cars? Yeah, Viper parts. You bet. I got pockets full of Viper parts, all bought from Viper. Now, for myself, some people say Viper's a little more expensive. To me, Viper screams quality. If you want to talk customer service, Dan Cronin and his team at ViperscaleRacing.com are absolutely fantastic. They took care of me, and they always do. Uh, so yeah, that's why I always deal with Viper, and I've never been steered wrong with Viper. They've always provided me with quality parts. I tend to stay, like what I say in my personal life is go with what you know. Go with what you know. That way, at least you know the outcome's going to be expected. I really hate surprises in negative terms. I live by that motto. Go with what you know. If you know it's going to work, then do it. If you know it's not going to work, then don't go do it. It's that simple. All right. Yeah, Jag has an excellent selection. Okay. Customer service. All right, I'm going to throw it out there for one quick moment. Customer service from OS3, the TFX, what is it? Yeah, OS3 was the worst, absolutely the worst customer service in my whole entire life since I've been dealing with HO. I was absolutely put off by how I was treated, and I was totally blown away by the end result. So, everybody knows I bought those two fantastic OS3 chassis in two different configurations. They were great. They ran really good on my track. Although I wasn't gonna push the scenario at the time, so I was telling everyone they weren't running good on my track. So blah blah blah. The truth of the matter was, when they TFX sent me the cars, they forgot to send me screws so that I could put the top on the chassis. Well, if you have an OS3 car, you know that the screw has a beveled head on it, and it's very specific. So after all the reviews you've seen and everything I did, I phoned them. My wife emailed them. They suggested that we look somewhere in Canada for one. And I said, but I bought them from you. Why won't you sell me a screw? Well, who cares what the shipping cost is? I'm the customer. If I want to pay $800 for you to ship me a $3 screw, then you should think I'm screwed and send it to me. So, they're absolutely flat out refused to send me the screw. Basically told me too bad, and that was the last time I dealt with them. So this is the reason why I've given them both away, and you'll never see anything more about TFX from me again. I don't deal with people like that. I've just X'd another company out of my life as of recently because of how they deal with their customership. And number one for me, I'll tell you right now, for those of you who aren't sure, if you do not have good customer service and I cannot talk to you on the phone, me and you, my friends, are going to have a big problem. Because when shit goes awry, and it will, I need to know things are taken care of. At least that's my opinion. Okay, so special cars.
There you go. Mike.
When you say third-party controllers, are you talking about like what is it? One of those Del Flacco or whatever those are? To be honest with you, no, I don't. I was lucky enough to pick up a couple of those Japanese dial throttles that Pro Tinker had for a little while. I was lucky enough to buy a couple of those, and they've always worked great for me. Now, I really find using the normal AFX trigger is too small. Okay, there's no question about it. My next step though is review of said items, but these are not cheap items if you want to buy some nice ones. So I have 3 in mind, and I'm gonna roll with those first. Yeah, exactly, right? They're good. I mean, you know. Yeah, you see, those are 2 that I was looking at, Ted, the Flacco and the Professor Motor. And I think I seen one other kind too on eBay. It's really a basic looking kind. It was more along the lines of like an AFX controller, but just a little bigger. I don't think it had any special dials on it or anything. Yeah, too small. I mean, even for females, like kids. Come on now, that's even for kids. It's too small. Especially when you got huge hands and you gotta hold that little thing. I'm literally holding it like a frickin' teacup, man. I'm squeezing it like this. It's too small. It's really too small. Okay, so here's the part I'm interested about. Where is everybody getting their stock from, okay? So when the new best, greatest, and best thing comes out, where are you getting it from? As soon as you hear something, yeah, that's a really nice controller. Okay, Gail, so you'll pick it up right from AutoWorld itself, is what you're saying then, or try and buy it from AFX? Mostly local hobby shop, yeah. Is anybody buying online? Holy crap. Ontario, so you have a few hobby shops there that actually sell HO slot cars? I only have one here in Winnipeg. Yeah, eBay. Okay, so let me tell you what I've been finding lately, okay? We all have the places we like to shop from. Shop from. But what I've been finding is the competition on eBay is so stiff that as long as you're after whatever the newest of whatever is out there, I'd almost guarantee you'll probably get it for cheaper than your hobby shop. And I'll tell you why, okay? These guys, we all heard the Pro Tinker story about how Brian buys 1 billion boxes of this, that, and the other, and then he sells them all. But he sells them before he has them, okay? So this is what sorry. This is what the few eBay sellers who are managing to get large stock and putting it on eBay, they're able to do this because they actually have the inventory and their buying volume is gigantic. All right. So, for instance, the candy car and its 3 counterparts for me was $187, okay? And that's with the $20 shipping. That's less than $50 a car. It's still a bit steep, but it's doable, especially when you're considering these same crazy people who would sell the Camaro for $133 are selling that same car for $120. Okay? The car's not $120. When they bought the box, all right, they paid the manufacturer's suggested retail pricing for it, and that's not the retail because they are the retailer. They are not the buyer. So That these expensive cars that are being blown up like craziness are absolutely ridiculous because the buyer had already paid the regular price for that specific vehicle. I-wheels, sure. You get 2 I-wheels in a box. Doesn't matter. You think they paid anything special for those I-wheels? Absolutely not. They certainly did not. They paid exactly the same price as every other single car in that box. But not to you. How do you feel about that? Anyways. Yeah. Hobby Lobby, yep. eBay, yep. AutoWorld, I bought them from all of those. Yep, absolutely. Fantastic. Yeah, okay. Well, okay, cost. Huh? Thanks, Mike. You're going to lead us right into the next segment. Cost. All right. So, as Mike just noted too, the cost has been bumping up, but has the product been worth the bump up? Okay. So from what I can see, AFX and their new GT line, the cars have been statically priced. They're pretty much the same price they have been for the last year. I haven't really seen much of a price change. It would basically depend on, like, as an industry as a whole, the cars haven't changed in price. But however, yeah, no kidding. So, and once again, that's a 55. First off, okay. You want to excite somebody new to the hobby. You put Candy Striper on the GT40. All right. You want to get people excited about what this hobby is. You don't put it on the oldest slot car in history. You put it on the GT40. You put it on the hottest car in HO. But HO doesn't obviously hold the Candy Striper logo. So, all right, I should say AFX. But the 55 and the 57 is played out. It's played out. You know who's pumping out 55 and 57s? People who drove 55 and 57s. You know who wants 55 and 57s? People who drove 55 and 57s. Damn. I just don't get that. I don't get the 55 or 57 Nomad thing. I don't, blows me away. But yet we pump them out like everybody wants them. Does everybody really want everything put on a 55 or a 57? Would anybody roll over and die if they stopped making 55 and 57s? Would everybody be hurt and probably jump off the bridge? I really don't think the world at this point is going to miss it because, like I said, I went through eBay and the first 2 pages there was 8 versions of the 55. You want to make exclusives, you want to be big in the HO world, then you got to make what people want, not what... boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. New tooling. AutoWorld put out 2 new tooling this year. That was it. 2. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me. Yeah, the Z, it is new tooling, but when they say new tooling, it's not new tooling. It's buffed up old tooling. I've checked. The old body style of the 240 is not as sharp and clean as the new version of it. They really had me. I thought that I was really excited about it. I actually reviewed it, the silver and black one, and yeah, I scroll I scrolled through eBay, and there it is, a few more times, except made by Aurora. So yeah, yeah, they sell. That's because they're selling to old timers. Um, but what they're not understanding is the crowd is moving, shifting from the old time static crowd of people who, what like I said, used to drive or be around 57s to we're no longer in a hobby that is surrounded with these people anymore. These people who want 55 and 57s are all retiring, and they're passing on their hobbies to their grandchildren who don't care about 55 and 57s. Yeah, no, that's absolutely correct, Ted. Yeah, they will keep making them because people keep on buying them, but it's like I just finished saying that those people who want to buy the 55 and 57 are slowly retiring and passing their collections down or passing them on. I really don't see 55 and 57s being pushed for too much longer, unless, of course, you want to find yourself as a business financially strapped with tons of 55s that nobody wants to buy anymore. Mm, yeah. Hey, Carlos, how you doing, brother? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, Fry. I actually seen a slot car body on eBay of the Cybertruck. Looked kind of cool. Needed to be a little reformed though, but at least someone's got it in mind. Yeah, I see, Carlos. That's exactly me too. I prefer the LMP1. Excuse me, the LMP1. Whoa, the LMP1 and the LMP2s. I really like the GT lines. Oh my gosh, AFX Race Masters has done a fantastic job with the realism on their GT40 line. And if you want to talk about collectible cars, this is where the money is going to be. I'll put my word on it. The problem with AutoWorld right now is AutoWorld is producing sets like this Cars and Coffee sets or Barnyard set or whatever. All right. There are 3 good cars in a 12 car set. Who the hell else wants to buy those other 9 cars? They should put their efforts into other things other than pumping out thousands and thousands of mediocre slot cars. I think the market's being flooded with mediocre slot cars, to tell you the honest truth. But once again, that's just my opinion. Hey Joe, how you doing? Yeah, that's exactly it, Ted. You can't be dumb about the scenario. I mean, the 55 and the 57 certainly built a lot of companies. Sure, Aurora had their shot at it first, and of course now AutoWorld has it. Sure, I actually like the look of the car. Okay, but I don't think you need to have 80 of them in your collection. I have the exclusives, of course, right? Being I'm a huge fan, I have exclusives. I have the exclusives, right? But I got them. They're here, right? All at hand. And why? Well, because I actually cherish these cars. They're nice, right? Tinker did a good job. Brian did a good job on this. I like this, right? But I don't need 80 of these in 20 different configurations. I just don't. I don't think anybody does. But nice cars, for sure. Painted wheels, I mean, come on. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the Mayflower truck looks awesome, hey? Yeah, I own the other purple one too. Dragsters. Well, it's got to be about 60 now, Robert. All me being first-hand buyer, so nobody's raced them except for me. Oh, except for 2 that I bought from Scott. Scott sold me the John Force Chrome car, and he sold me, oh, I want to say this Auto Club car here or one like it. He also sold me this Geico Top Fuel Dragster. Enough. Oh, here, Robert. Just to be fair, let me tell you when enough is, okay? I'm sorry. Were you asking me how many dragsters I had? Oh, I forgot. Unboxing. Just got a box in the mail. We're gonna do an impromptu unboxing.
Ooh, that one looks slick.
Alright. So, we'll save this for Top Fuel and Funny Car Fridays, of course. But what we got here are some really awesome kick-ass cars. Woo! So, whatever I said, Scott, or sorry, whatever I said, Robert, and we have some nice looking quality. We talk about we talk about AutoWorld, how they're more of a hobby style chassis and stuff. But what are you guys satisfied with these products, or do you find yourself moving in a different direction? Like for me, it's going to be Jag Hobbies for all the. It'll be the DR1s, of course, and the DR1 GTs for all of the racing Top Fuels and funny cars that I have. That'll be for sure. I love the Viper products. I love their chassis. Absolutely fantastic. Had a great time reviewing them. I'm very impressed with the quality. And like I said, once again, Dan Cronin and his team at ViperscaleRacing.com are absolutely fantastic. Once again, if there's a customer service list and you could be the tops of it, AFX, Seth, you're probably not watching, but if you are, absolutely fantastic. You'd definitely be number 1. I can't think of anybody who has customer service in this industry that would be better than you. This guy is easy to deal with. He's very personable and he's down to earth. So that to me is very important, and needs to make sure that this is the type of stuff that happens when I'm interacting with dealers. I buy a lot of product. I buy a lot of stuff that I turn over. For instance, I'll buy stuff and I'll give it away. My collection isn't necessarily getting bigger exponentially. It's getting bigger slowly because I'm being very selective. I'm trying to let's just say, as an entertainer, I'm trying to put on a good show for you guys while learning a lot about HO and HO slot cars. That being said, I'm also a hobbyist and a collector. So I'm also trying to keep my eye on the latest trends and stuff that's going to be important and stuff that only in a few years will take off like crazy. Okay? And I'm just going to throw one example out there. This has got to be the biggest example of the biggest jump I've seen in 1 year alone by one single car. Can you see it? It's the AFX Orica, Matmut Orica. This car went from regular price to 3 times its amount. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these, they're still going for $150 to $200 on eBay. And the whole entire GT line by AFX, if you ask me, that whole entire line in a matter of a few years will blow up because of the quality and how they look. These are cars with a story, and that's why I try and tell a little bit of the story every time you guys watch a video about these fantastic cars. Because hey, any jackass could cut open a car and babble about what it looks like. But don't you want to know why it looks like it does? Or where it runs? Or who drove it? I mean, AFX went out of the way to get the sponsorships for these cars and make sure that they've got the right livery with the right person, because there certainly is a whole bunch of them. Yeah, that's the trick, Carlos. That's the trick I've been trying to push. No, absolutely not, Gale Force. What I'm trying to push right now is eBay, okay? I gain absolutely nothing. People keep telling me, oh, I need to be one of those eBay, what do they call them?
Oh, a marketing affiliate?
A marketing affiliate. And you know what I say? Why? Why? I'm not a salesperson. I run a slot car channel. I just want to make sure everybody gets the same thing I get. Why do I get anything different? But I can tell you what, if you are buying AFX products and they're brand new, and you're only paying $35 to $40 Canadian, so I don't know what that is American, what you guys see on eBay. You must be looking at prices for brand new AFX cars at like $25, $30. Hey Michael, thanks for joining us today, brother. You guys being American, anybody? Okay, so $35 for a new AFX, but I pay $50. So that's about right when you consider the exchange, and to me that's fair. $50 for a slot car is fair in these days and age. I don't think it's excessive, not by any means, but I can tell you this much. If you wanted an AFX car, or you wanted an AutoWorld car, which car are you going to pay $50 for? Regardless of whether it's $50 Canadian or American. If you had to pay $50 for one of those cars, which one would it be? Yeah, too much. Too much. And that's the reason why I bought the candy car in the set, because it's not $50 if I buy it with the other three cars. Yeah, okay, good. Thanks for joining us, Mike. Michael, I'm glad you, I remember your comment. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. You're right, okay? Right? Both the Mustang and the Camaro, of course, as we all know, were sold in the horsepower shootout set. Now, this set by AFX is probably their best set they've put out in a very long time. The only crying shame is that in order for me to get these cars to review them, I had to buy the whole set. Now, of course, you guys all know I've got a huge set with a super speedway around the outside, and I'm right now bucking to buy a drag strip. So I don't need any more track. But what I can say is, the AFX horsepower shootout comes with all the new gear. Comes with the catch fencing, comes with the high barriers. But you're right. If you want these two cars, you needed to buy that horsepower set. Now, when you look at these cars and you look at the exclusive I-wheels, all right, at least you know where you stand with these two cars, right? These two cars are way more exclusive than I-wheels will ever be, and only because there's only two of them made for every set that was out there. There's not hundreds of them floating around missing boxes. They just weren't. So I get the whole I-wheel thing, okay? What AutoWorld is doing is they're creating a demand, all right? They're artificially creating a demand for something there's no demand for, all right? Would the world go on living without I-wheels? They absolutely would. Would the world go on living without having these two cars as only set cars? They absolutely would. But I like what, just for a moment I want to say, I like what AFX does by including them in a set with all their top gear in it. That set is absolutely fantastic. I bought in 2 of them. Now, I bought in 1 because I knew I had a friend who was going to buy the set minus the cars already. So that gave me the opportunity to have the set and review them. Which is where it comes in, because at the very back of this Camaro here, that's where that little plastic nipple was that I talked to Seth from AFX about. So, of course, like you were saying, Michael. Of course, yeah, they are. They are, Robert. And I'll tell you why right now. Okay. I'm really tired about hearing about shipping. Okay. You say since it costs $2,000 to send a container to China and it costs 10 grand to send it back. All right. So then why are we sending it there to get? You're telling me it costs 10 grand and you're bitching about the price of shipping, but yet you're willing to do nothing to get the business made domestically? I'm assuming everybody here knows that every single slot car HO that's made by AutoWorld or AFX is made in China. Does everybody here know that? And there's even one more kicker too. The biggest kicker is the fact that all of these cars are probably being built in the exact same building. Yeah, that's exactly why they blow out so much, Michael. When you order something straight from, let's just say, eBay, and it comes directly from China, it goes to their business will send it to a shipping hub, and then from that hub it goes overseas. It's absolutely, they've got it down. That's how come they're able to do free shipping. Yeah, Chinese labor, and here's another point too. I just want to bring up. Those Chinese people have been in lockdown. 100% lockdown in the area where they're building these cars. I've checked, sort of what I do, and technically there's been a 100% lockdown where this place has been. So sometimes I wonder how these cars are being built. I honestly think that it's a good possibility that these people are actually living at the plant where these cars are being made. I know it sounds crazy. Yeah, poor souls. Think about that, Steffi. Not even being able to leave your place of employment because there's a 100% lockdown. Oh, man. Here, you're stuck building AFX cars forever. Yeah. Like the cars, hate the noodles. But as for the shipping, I really think the cars need to be made domestically. So, yeah, no, seriously, the mayor, that is very possible as to what could have been going on. It's very possible that they were sleeping in that entire plant. From what I understand, it's basically AFX and AutoWorld, and they each got themselves a wall in the plant, and sort of that's how things go. No, it's not. It's totally not. At this point, it's not the Chinese people. They don't speak for themselves. They're shit. It's the dictatorship. So they pretty much just follow the march, or they get their asses whooped, right? So yeah. Yeah, they do have good food as long as it's not Americanized. Yeah, it's all about the government, Mike. Absolutely it is, yeah. But there's one thing that I won't do on this show, and that's talk politics. Politics, geography, geographical. How do you put that? Political geography. How about that? I try and keep it to a minimum because somewhere down the line you're going to alienate half the people you're talking to. I know one person who does that quite frequently, and it doesn't seem to work well for them. So I'm going to take that as a lead and try and keep the political talk to a minimum and keep this slot car fun to a maximum. Yeah! All right. So, wow. All right. Oh, the in-laws. Ah, oh, woo. Damn, I thought you said the law. I thought it said the law stopped by. Uh-oh, I'm like, whew. Just caught a quick sweat for you there, brother. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Brian likes to talk a little political too many times, but that's okay. I'm not American, so it doesn't bother me, and I laugh at the Trump thing because, well, that's just the way it is. Here in Canada, we laugh at the Trump thing. So.
Maybe wrap it up.
Oh, I want to thank you for your, I guess, I keep forgetting. I have these amazing buttons on my YouTube now that allow you, if you would like to donate a little bit of money and help me get ahead here in this, as we're talking about today, totally fantastically expensive hobby that we're running here. Trying to keep it as money possible as probable, but you know, we make things happen. In the HO world, HO's always been moving forward. It's just went into slow gear for a while, and you know what? I'm here to throw it into high gear because I'm not a slow mo, and I gotta go. Yeah, absolutely. Back to Singapore, the best chassis in the world. That's why I always ask: was your Tyco made in Singapore? Was your Tyco 440 made in Singapore? Was anything you have with the chassis under it made in Singapore? And if the answer is yes, then you have some extra quality in your collection that's not really included or ever counted for. Yeah, that's it, eh, Patriot? Yeah, you just gotta get them interested. Don't quite maybe play it the first time, but just get them interested in it. That way, the next time they come back into your house, it's on. Yeah. Yeah. We're having my wife and her brothers over with their son for slot car night on Friday. So, yeah, I'll be doing some slot cars Friday with the family. Gonna be pretty busy Friday, too. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, we've been chewing the fat here for a little while. I was actually thinking of maybe making this a regular series where we can just get together. You see, the whole thing with... I'll tell you what really bothers me about this is that I'm talking to you guys. I want you guys to talk to me too. I want to hear people talk. Unfortunately, that can't really happen for now. But what we can do is maybe once a week or once every second week, we can hold one of these live nights where we'll just talk about HO and get together and just yammer jammer. You know, I'm sure other people may have some issues or maybe something great that happened they want to talk about. I also would like it to lead into people starting to post stuff on your own page. For instance, wow, Mike buys this awesome car and he wants to show it off to everybody, so he takes some pictures and videos and runs it around his track, but now he's got no one to watch it. Well, post it to your page. Let me know. Let Gale Force know. Let anybody who's running a slot car channel know. We can go check it out for myself. I've stopped any links from outer areas. If you were to post that on my page, it wouldn't go through. However, I am willing to move it to my page once you notify me that it's there. Hey, I have no problems with sharing like that. In fact, I'd like to start maybe a little a side video of everybody doing their thing. I think it would be personally cool if I were to take a 10-second clip of 20 people's slot car track and we just watch whatever minutes of it, right? I don't know. Personally, I like watching other people's stuff. I think that's what got me into this. I enjoy seeing what other people have. And I'm glad you guys enjoying checking out what I have. I want to thank you all, guys. Yeah, Steffi, like I said to everybody, remember, everybody who's here right now, if it's HO and it's cool, or you're not even sure if it's cool, videotape it, okay? You have no idea what people out there want to see. Absolutely nothing. There are way too many people on Earth now, and you have no idea. There may be some little foofy in the corner somewhere of some little hole on Earth that wants to see your content. They might die if they don't see your content. Make sure you put it out there. If you got a good idea. Hey, my first idea started with an idea, and here I am today. I'm absolutely nobody special. I'm just sharing with all you guys. Yep, I'm glad you're here tonight, Steffi. Thanks, Mayor. Robert, thank you for joining me. Carlos, thank you very much. I'll tell you what, Michael, you find that footage and I'll make sure it gets posted so people see it. It's the same with everybody else. Like I said before, and I've also wanted to start a feature with maybe, let's just say you don't like the way I oil cars and you want to take a video of yourself oiling the car. I'll post that shit too. You bet I will. Because my way is not the highway.
T-shirt idea. My first idea started with an idea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mark, thanks for joining us, brother. It's been good seeing you again, man. I appreciate it. Man, it's been a long time. You must work pretty late, hey? You work too much. You're like my brother. Except my brother doesn't work now either, and he's 2 years younger than I am. Already retired. Damn. Oh, I'm going to have one heck of a kick-ass feature for you guys soon. I'm actually going to be giving my brother 2 slot cars, and he's going to be traveling the world, and he's going to show up at one of these funky jungle places, and he's going to review a few cars for me. So I think that'll actually be kind of fantastic. And of course we have BC this summer, and we'll be going up to Whistler to do a few reviews as well. Ain't nothing like sitting on the top of the world. So before I head out, I know where this is dragging a little bit. It's kind of like one of those long kisses goodbyes from someone you just met and you don't want to let them go. But here's the deal, guys. You guys interested in maybe getting together once or twice a week? Maybe to have these kind of chats? Yeah, I tried to find a rich married man too, but it didn't quite work out for me, Michael. So I had to settle with my wife. That's a joke. All right. I'm glad to see that. I actually had a decent time. This is probably a little more laid back, and I think next time we'll get even a little more laid back. Patriot Hobbies, you the man. I thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. And yeah, I've got something coming for you as well. So we do have Patriot's address, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, in the next little while, Patriot.
Hi,
Bye, Steffi. Bye, everybody. I just want to say bye. Thanks, guys.